Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Working Trader, where we look at the Euro USD and GBPUSD and come up with trade ideas for the day if there are any. So let's jump right into it, looking at Forex Factory. So today is a Tuesday. We do not have any high impact news. So we'll start having news starting tomorrow. So let's have a look at the charts. So on the high time frames, starting from the daily, nothing has changed much. Okay, so as you can see, we are in this pullback phase. Okay, and it's been strong, and now we've pretty much broken structure to the downside. So our trend has switched from swing bullish to swing bearish. So now we have alignment of swing bearish and internal that is now bearish as well. So that's what we're seeing on the Euro USD. And then on the pound, we are still bullish from the swing perspective. However, internally, we are very bearish. So we can see it's moving the same way as the euro, except that the range for the pound is a bit bigger. Okay, so this is the range, the swing range, okay, that we're in. So right now, price has mitigated this demand, and we had a reaction, and price could continue until maybe it comes down to mitigate this extreme. Okay, so the daily just gives us a general overview. Okay, and then now let's look at the 4 hour, and let's look at the Euro USD. Let's look at the Euro USD. So this is what we have. Our swing range coming from all the way up there, and then internally, this is where we had our internal break of structure, and then we've had our pullback, and then we've continued bearish. Okay. So this is the current swing range or current internal range that we're in. Okay. So surely we're looking for short. Okay, shorts are high probability, and price has mitigated this fractal area of supply on the 4 hour, and that's where we had a reaction from, and now we are pulling back. Okay, so supply is still in control. Supply is not being eliminated because we have this fractal structure break. So we could look at it in this sense. I'll pull up my so if we want to see our premium and discount, okay, price has not yet mitigated premium, so there is likelihood, okay, there is likelihood the price could drop into this area, okay, because this area eliminated this fractal structure right there, right? So price could come into this area, and then we continue until we mitigate at least premium, and then after mitigating premium, then we can expect price to continue bearish. Okay, so that's one way of looking at it as of now. All right, it is possible as well that price could just continue to drop and then just go. So looking at the 15-minute, this was our last swing range, last break of structure. We had a pull up, came down, and then we failed to make a lower low. Okay, and now we've come up to make a high. All right, breaking above these highs. So internally, it has shifted bullish. Okay, internally price has shifted bullish. So we have already mitigated. We are mitigating 50% as of now. So we're getting into a discount. Okay, we're getting into a discount of the range. So anywhere in these areas, okay, could be a possible area to look for longs. That's the only place I'm seeing some kind of structure. All right, some kind of structure. So we could look for longs, or we may wait at the extreme. Okay, so we may wait at the extreme. Okay, so this is where I might be looking. Okay, I might be looking from around there. To jump in for quick 3-hour trades. Okay, 3-hour longs. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing right now. So after breakout structure, we expect price to pull back. Okay, so that is what's happening. So we had a break, reaction, and then we continued. Okay, so we had their sweep, continued to break structure right there. And then now price has been coming down and we've broken structure to the downside. Okay, so my expectation is price will continue maybe towards this area. Okay, mitigate. We might have a reaction. All right, 3-hour. We may have a reaction from there on our time frames. Okay, so the idea right now would be if price comes back up, all right, to this area, we've had a clean push. Okay, so price could come up to this area, all right, and then if it continues, then we could look for continuation towards this demand. If it starts by coming down, reaching this area, then this area is likely to be eliminated if price comes back up. Okay, so at least that would be my expectation. Okay, so it will be either there, or if it comes on all the way down there, then we could expect, so remember, we're only looking for 3-hour trades, so it doesn't necessarily have to go all the way to the top. Okay, all right, so those have been my ideas for the Euro USD. And then looking at the pound, starting on the 4-hour. Okay, on the pound, starting on the 4-hour. This is what we have. We are bearish. This was swing range, broke structure right there, and then internally we had a pull back, mitigated this area of supply, and then now we've had a continuation. We've broken structure from an internal perspective. This is our internal low. This is our internal high. So what we're looking at, so price is still in discount. Okay, after breakout structure, we do expect a pullback. Okay, right there we have an area of supply. Okay, this is the decisional that led to the breakout structure. So price has mitigated that, and we are seeing a reaction. So price is mitigated, we're seeing a reaction, so it could continue all the way to take out the low. Okay, or just having a reaction, come down into these areas, mitigate, and then come back up, eliminate this area of supply, push deeper into premium before continuing the trend. So let's look at 15-minute and see what is presenting. So we have a swing range on the 15-minute. So this is a swing high to swing low. We've had an internal breakout structure. So price internally has changed character bullish. Okay. So let's see. So this becomes our new range. Okay, so our internal strong. This has been broken. So 15. 15 change of character right there. And then this becomes our 15M. Now it's a strong internal, but a weak weak swing. Okay, so I'm gonna do strong internal slash weak weak swing. Okay, right, and then that becomes the top of the range. That becomes the top of the range. That's our weak internal. Okay, so price is pulling back. Okay, price is pulling back. So we are expecting price to mitigate discounts. So this was decisional right at the equilibrium. This is where we had the break of structure. So we had a break. Then we're looking at that. So I'm thinking, so that has been eliminated. Okay, that's been eliminated. And then we still have this range, not the best. And then we have this range as well. Okay, so what I'm looking at is we've had a sweep right there. So if price comes back up, the expectation is that we'll take shorts all the way towards this weak swing. Okay, or at least take 3R, right? Once you get your 3R, you could take your full volume or take your partials from there. So if price mitigates right around this area, we had a sweep and then strong movement, and then we've broken this area of demand. Okay, so it is likely that price could continue bearish. Okay, at least towards these areas of discount. Okay, I don't see right now. So we've taken that area. So another option or another route price could take would be because we've swept these lows. Okay, it is likely the price could come back. If this fails, then price could be ready to take out the internal weak high. That means price might be ready to switch bullish completely. Okay, so those would be the two possibilities that I may be looking at for the pound. So we could come up here, look for shorts. Okay, if this fails, then it's likely that price is going to continue all the way until it takes out the weak internal high. Okay, so those are my trade ideas for the day. So if you find value in this material, please don't forget to like and to subscribe, and to let me know in the comments how you are using this in your own trading. So other than that, have a good day, and Working Trader out.